Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Versatility Podcast. For today's episode, we got sports talk, we got baseball, we got the World Series going on, we got NFL football, college football. The NBA season has officially kicked off, and I'm going to be talking about some teams, how they're looking right now, and my season predictions. Also, the MLS Cup Playoffs have officially started. We're in the first round now. So we're gonna go over that. So it's pretty much four sports today, and a couple of other sports related headlines to talk about, and then we eventually I gotta do my music episode, guys. I'm just gonna let y'all know now. I am so fucking sorry. I have said the same thing like every week. I have tried, guys. I've tried. But I've been failing at this consistency shit, and it's not the first time. It's beyond me how I'm trying to keep up with pace and trying to upload these videos, and like this music episode should have been done. I could have done 3 already, 4 at this point, but um you know there's just things going on in my life. I gotta kind of put that, set that as a bigger priority. Obviously it's my life, I got to worry about those things. I got things, just plans. I mean, I'm actually going to be busy this fucking week, but I'm going to dedicate also a little bit of my fucking time because I do have free time. It's not like I'm busy 24/7 either. That's, I cannot use that as an excuse either, but I got to put out content. And for this week, I'm going to try, and I'm going to really, really, really try to put out either an episode or a YouTube video, TikTok, any kind of content every single day for the rest of the month. Today's October 27th. Today's Sunday morning, so we got a couple hours. We got like 3 hours until Sunday night, Sunday football kickoff games. So from this Sunday to next Sunday to November 4th, I believe. Let's see if we can try to do an entire week putting content on YouTube, trying to put out content like that, because that's how I'm gonna eventually grow. I gotta be consistent. If I'm not consistent, I'm gonna stay at what I'm at. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I keep working on that. So I apologize that this fucking music episode it has not been a thing. Like I could have done this a month ago. The script, it just keeps adding more and more and more stuff, and I have to find a hole to it. At this point, I might just have to cut that shit in half and do 2 music episodes because it's so much to talk about. And of course, there's more music because we got Tyler dropping tomorrow morning. We got Uzi dropping. We have a lot of music to talk about, and I have a lot to get. But before we get to the music, let's talk about sports. Since I always, I've at least been doing that at least once a week. So let me bring that for y'all. So let's just get started because I've already put 3 minutes on the board here. So let's get started. Let's get started here with soccer. I guess we can start with soccer since you know, I guess it's the bigger sport. Okay, so we're gonna look at the bracket here real quick. So this is the bracket for the MLS Cup playoffs. So coming out the West, we have LAFC versus Vancouver. We got Seattle versus Houston. We got Real Salt Lake versus Minnesota, and LA Galaxy versus Colorado. Then we have Miami. Oh, hold on. Then we have Miami going up against Atlanta, Orlando versus Charlotte, Cincinnati versus New York, and then Columbus versus the other New York team. So obviously we got our 16 teams here in the playoffs. I did not make my bracket in time, so obviously I'm just gonna tell you guys my picks just how they are now. I can't, I can't press them. It's too late now. But either way, still gonna make my picks. LAFC, I'm gonna put LAFC here. Fuck it, we're gonna have LAFC take over this. I think they're gonna win this series. Then we got Seattle. But by the way, all of these are best of 3 series. In the first round, so they have to win 2 games, to move on. And then for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final, I think it's only like either 1 or 2 games max. I don't think maybe it's a best of 3 also in the quarterfinals. I don't remember, but at least in the first half, in the first round of the playoffs, it is best of 3. So I got LAFC, I got Seattle moving on, I got Minnesota, I got the other LA team, I got Miami beating Atlanta. They beat Atlanta. They played their first game already. That was Friday night. They won 2-1 against Atlanta, so they're up 1-0 right now in the series. So they just have to win the next game next week or this upcoming week, and then they move on to the quarterfinals. Orlando versus Charlotte. Give me Orlando, I guess. Give me Orlando. Cincinnati, New York. Give me New York. Actually, Yeah, give me New York and Columbus versus the Red Bull. Give me both. You know what? Give me the Crew is actually a pretty good team. You know what? Give me New York City, and then give me the Columbus Crew. So then that means I have LAFC versus Seattle. Give me LAFC, and then Minnesota, LA. Give me LA. So I think LA versus LA is going to be the semifinal out the West, and then it's going to be Miami versus Orlando. Give me Miami, and then NYC versus Columbus. Give me Columbus, I guess. And then we got LA versus LA. Give me LAFC. Actually, no. Give me LA Galaxy. Give me the other LA team to move on to the MLS Cup final. And then Miami versus who? Columbus. In the semifinal, give me Miami. So I think it's going to be LA Galaxy versus Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final. And then give me Inter Miami to win it all, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, 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 boom. That's how it's going to go, ladies and gentlemen. Inter Miami. If you guys cannot win this fucking MLS Cup, Messi, if you cannot lead us to the promised land, but you could do it all the other times in Argentina and when you were with Barcelona, now you can't do it. Now you won't do it with in fucking Miami. I mean, this should be easy for you. So I would not understand why you would not win in your first full season in the MLS. So there's just I'm gonna need you to really step the fuck up, because the first game it was solid, but he didn't score a goal. He didn't really play at his very best. We had Suarez who had a couple good shots, and we had a Jordi Alba who had a fucking crazy goal. That was the second goal of the game, and that one was the one that put us ahead 2-1 and gave us the win against Atlanta in game 1. So that was great, but I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more from Messi, and I'm gonna need this man to take over this goddamn tournament, because there's no way we're gonna lose when we have literally the best player in ever, maybe ever of all time, probably. Who knows? But that is that for MLS. Just to look at a couple scores. So yeah, so there was two like wild card games. So it was Montreal versus Atlanta. Obviously, Atlanta, they won 5-4 in PK. So obviously, this was to decide who would play against the number one seeds coming out the East. So obviously, Miami was the number one seed out the East. So obviously, they had to play against Atlanta since Atlanta beat Montreal. And then Vancouver, they were the 8th seed. That obviously they beat Portland 5-0. My goodness, did Portland even step? They didn't even show up. My goodness, they did not even bother showing up in this game, as they lost 5-0 to Vancouver. So now Vancouver is going up against LAFC, who are the number one seed out the West. And like I said here, this was Friday night. Miami defeated Atlanta 2-1. And then yesterday night, I didn't watch most of this game, but LA Galaxy crushing Colorado 5-0. Holy shit. 5-0. That was a blowout. And then today we have two games. We got Orlando versus Charlotte game 1. And we got LAFC versus Vancouver game 1. So give me, I guess, Orlando, give me LAFC to win game 1, just to, set the record straight. I have both of these teams moving on to the next round, to the quarterfinals. So hopefully we get something there. Now that is that for MLS. Now let's get to baseball. Let's talk World Series, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the postseason, MLB postseason, because we're already in the World Series. Hold on. I kind of want to talk a little bit about the AL and NLCS real quick. So let's talk about it. Obviously, we got Yankees Dodgers. That's the World Series. Yankees Dodgers. We're already caught up to that. But man, I'm still not over that 3-run home run that Juan Soto hit in Game 5 of this Guardians series. I mean, dude, that was phenomenal. That was probably the best moment of the postseason so far. Tied in extra innings 2-2. Juan Soto comes up at the plate and boom, just gets a good piece of Gaddis, who was pitching to him. 3-run home run in the 10th inning, and I mean that sent them to the World Series. I mean, obviously the Guardians couldn't step up, do anything in the bottom of the 9th inning to try to get this game going to save their season, and they couldn't do it. But the Yankees, they prevail. They move on to the World Series. That's their 41st, I think, AL pennant, I believe. So they've won a bunch of them. They've won 41 pennants in their lifetime. Obviously, they've been to the World Series 41 times. They've won 27 of them. They've won 27 of them. They're trying to get their 28th. And obviously now the Yankees. I mean, Giancarlo Stanton, he won ALCS MVP because he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. Let me show you guys the stats real quick. Let me just, I have a screenshot of it on my phone. So I'll show it to you guys here. But look, I don't know if y'all could see it. Hold on. I don't know if y'all could really see it from my fucking phone. I know I could just show y'all here. Oh, it actually doesn't look that bad. Oh, hold on. So basically it says, you could see that I'm watching fucking basketball in the background. 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a 1.222 OPS. Like, that was phenomenal stuff in that series alone. Literally changed the whole complexity of the series. He was raking. He found pitches that I'm like, only Giancarlo Stanton can pull this fucking ball 40-20 plus. Like, my goodness, he was just raking. And at least he was also getting on base and like doing a mix of both. Like, he wasn't like Aaron Judge where he's just either a home run or a fucking strikeout, as he has been pretty much almost his entire career. But I don't know, man. I there's, and we're talking about Aaron Judge, especially right now. This series, Judge was good. He was fine in this series. Soto, they were all good enough. They prevailed. They were able to do great things as well. But obviously, Giancarlo Stanton was the main guy for the Yankees in this series. And obviously now they're in the World Series. But now let's talk about the NLCS Game 6. The Dodgers win it 10-5. Obviously, they move on to the World Series. They're trying to get their 8th. They're trying to get their 9th World Series of all time. I think they've won 8 in their franchise, so they're trying to get their 9th World Series. Obviously, Ohtani is, in the World Series for the first time in his career, his first postseason, first World Series. Mookie Betts is trying to get his 3rd championship. Freddie Freeman trying to get his 2nd. There's a lot of guys on this fucking Dodgers squad that is. Kike Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, they're Mookie Betts. They already have postseason and even World Series experience already. So the veteranship, there's just a lot that I really like about this Dodgers team heading into this postseason. And obviously, right now it's looking very good because right now the Dodgers are up 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, after 2 games, the Dodgers are up 2-0 in the World Series. So let's talk about Game 1 and Game 2. Oh, by the way, NLCS MVP for the Dodgers, it went to Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman, what was his stats? Let me look at it. Let me show you guys a screenshot here too. So if you could see it here, let me kind of look back at the thing real quick right here. So he had a 1.023 OPS. He was hitting 407 and he had 11 home runs and 11 RBIs. Or no, not 11 home runs, 11 hits, excuse me. 11 hits, 11 RBIs. Dude was a machine. Got on base, delivered in the clutch as well. He hit a home run, I believe, in that series. He did hit 1 home run. I think that was in Game 5 or in Game 6. It was one of those games. And he absolutely clutched up. And here they are. They fucking prevailed, and obviously now here they are in the World Series. But now let's talk about the World Series. We are finally here. Yankees, Dodgers. This is the matchup I wanted to see in the World Series. A lot of people wanted this. I don't give a fuck if you're salty and you did not want this. I don't care. This is amazing. It's been phenomenal. Let's talk a little bit about Game 1, though. So as you can see here, Game 1, just to kind of look at it real quick, the box score. As you can see here, it was a pitcher's duel for the most part up until the 5th inning, where the first home run, it was a sac fly from Will Smith. He had a sac fly, and then eventually that allowed Enrique Hernandez to score. But then Giancarlo Stanton hit a Stantonian blast to left field, a 412 feet home run, and that was a 2-run home run to take the lead, make it a 2-1 ball game. And then again, the bullpen started coming in, closed out a couple good innings. But then in the bottom of the 8th inning, Mookie Betts hit a sac fly to center, and then that allowed Ohtani to score because he hit a triple. Ohtani hit a triple to get on 3rd, obviously. And then Mookie Betts hit a sac fly with, I believe, 1 out at that moment. Got the 2nd out, and then that scored. Ohtani tied the ball game. And then we got into extra innings, ladies and gentlemen. We actually got to extra innings here, with Volpe grounding out into a fielder's choice to shortstop, and then Chisholm was able to score. Chisholm He stole 2 bags. He got a single. He stole second. Then he stole third. So that allowed Volpe just to get a single. For him to let Jazz Chisholm score, and it was all fun and dandy. And the Dodgers were in a bit of a mix. They were quite in a pickle. They were in a difficult situation. Bottom of the 10th inning, they were down to their last out. I think they were even down to their last strike. Actually, I don't think the count was like 1-2 or 1-1. I think it was something around there, but the count was you needed to make a play here. This is the last out of the game. And then who comes to the plate? Freddie fucking Freeman. And he absolutely sends one to right field. And it's a walk-off grand slam. Ladies and gentlemen, that was game 1 of the World Series. A walk-off grand slam. By the way, did you know that's never happened in World Series history? A walk-off. We've seen walk-offs in World Series. Joe Carter in 1992 or whatever, when we walked it off for the World Series championship. That was amazing. Kirk Gibson home run in the 80s in the 88 World Series, I believe, again for the Dodgers. There's been many walk-offs in World Series history, but a walk-off grand slam in extra innings nonetheless. This is why the World Series, and this is why the MLB postseason is probably superior than a lot of postseasons out there in other sports. Like the MLB playoffs could be it's just a great postseason because you got a month of quality baseball. Obviously certain World Series matchups like the one last year just wasn't worth the hype. But even game 1 was amazing. I mean, last year it was the same thing for game 1 of the World Series. It was a walk-off for the Rangers. But after every other game, it was absolute dog shit. And the Rangers were able to, smoke the Diamondbacks for the most part in that series, and they won the World Series then. But this is amazing. Like, this was just game 1, and the Yankees had this. They were up 3-2. They were literally up 3-2. They were down to their last out. They just needed one more out. And Freddie fucking Freeman hit a walk-off grand slam. And just like that, LA takes the lead. And now let's look a little bit just overall how it went. I mean, Judge, bro, he struck out 3 fucking times in game 1. Stanton struck out twice, but obviously he made up for it with that 2-1 home run. Chisholm struck out once, but he got on base. He had 2 hits, and he was a part of a run. A lot of guys were striking out, but again, I mean, this bullpen for the Dodgers was phenomenal. And again, the starting pitcher for game 1 was Jack Flaherty. He was pretty good. He pitched, 5 innings, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Obviously, that was the Giancarlo Stanton home run they allowed. He only had a walk. He had 6 strikeouts. Obviously, the 1 home run was to Stanton. And then the bullpen kind of was lights out. I mean, look at the strikeout ratio. 2 strikeouts for Banda, 1 for Garatol. Vesey had 2. Michael Kopech still, even though without a strikeout, he did allow a little walk and a base hit. So it was getting interesting for Michael Kopech. But then their closing pitcher, Blake Trinan, he pitched, 1 1/3 inning. He allowed a hit, a run, and an earned run, and a walk. But eventually, he still got the job done there. I mean, he allowed the hit in the 10th inning that what was it again? Who hit it was Volpe, that Volpe grounder to let Chisholm score. But at the same time, like it was just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I mean, 1 run set the record straight, but then boom, Freddie fucking Freeman found the sweet spot. He found the sweet spot and absolutely fucking took it to the bag. I mean, he absolutely took it. Phenomenal stuff, man. Phenomenal stuff for the Dodgers. They won an absolute classic game. But now, let's talk about game 2, which was last night. Let's talk about game 2. And the Dodgers also win game 2. So it's now 4-2. Dodgers win in game 2. Now they take a 2-0 series lead. So obviously Yamamoto was a starting pitcher. He pitched for 6 innings and 1/3. He allowed a hit. Only 1 hit and an earned run, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. While Carlos Rondon, he allowed 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, didn't have a walk, but he pitched for only 3 1/3 innings. So, yeah, I mean, and let's just talk about the bats here. I mean, this is embarrassing. Like Judge again, another 3 strikeout performance. I mean, his average is just getting it was like around 200 before this before like game 5 of that Guardian series. Now it's at 150 because he's not even getting on fucking base. He's just now struggling to find a groove. He just couldn't get nothing going in game 2. And bro, they need you, man. Aaron Judge, you're the fucking captain. You're the MVP in the regular season. And you had some clutch moments in that Guardian series, and obviously had a good spot. You had something kind of going there. You also had the offense kind of taking over. You had Stanton and fucking Soto and a bunch of other guys kind of taking over a little bit more. But dude, you're the fucking captain. You gotta be at least giving us your part. We're not saying that you gotta be playing like the best player on the team, because right now Stanton and Soto are. I mean, I will give Stanton the edge maybe because of the home runs, but even then, I'll give Soto a little bit of credit because he gets on base at least. Soto is not swinging and missing all the fucking time. It feels like it's like at least Soto, if he gets a groove, he's gonna find a way to get on base, whether it's a walk, whether he's going to find a single, a double, whatever. Soto is just the guy that really puts you guys in good position to score runs. While Judge, it's either you send that bitch to the moon or you're striking out till the bat breaks in its zone. Like, I need Judge to play fucking better because I also want better. Like, I want everybody to step the fuck up. I don't want this to be a 5-6 game series because Aaron Judge decided to suck balls in the World Series. Same with Shohei Ohtani, which we'll get to Shohei Ohtani in a second. He also wasn't phenomenal in this game. He hasn't been phenomenal in this series also. But even then, Shohei Ohtani was pretty good. He's good when he has runners in scoring position. When he has runners in scoring positions, he's going to get people going. He's going to get some RBIs there. It's usually when there's no one on base, that's when he's kind of just has nowhere to be found. He finds like there's no purpose. He usually strikes out. That's kind of like when he got people on base, he will most of the time deliver. When there's nobody on base, it's kind of like, well, I could strike out, whatever, I could afford it. But either or, I need Ohtani and I need Judge to fucking play better. It's just simple as that. It's simple as that. But it's awesome. It's also to see, other players having great opportunities. Tommy Edman, like who the fuck, like really? We thought Tommy Edman is gonna be a postseason hero for this Dodgers team when you have fucking Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Freeman, Ohtani, like what? Max Muncy, who's been there for years already, who's won already a World Series, and has been in the postseason for so many years already. Like, how is he the fucking? He's been, pretty good in this postseason as well. He's been decent as well. Not in this game, however. Yeah, they just need to find something more consistent for both Ohtani and Judge because they're just struggling. But it was basically a home run fucking derby because Tommy Edman lead things off with the second, bottom of the second home run. And then eventually Soto homered in the third inning to tie the game. And Teoscar Hernandez homered in the bottom of the third inning to give them a 3-1 lead. And then Freddie Freeman, they went back to back. Freddie Freeman homered again, ladies and gentlemen. He homered in back-to-back games after the previous night, a walk-off grand slam. Let me hit another one. It's 4-1 Dodgers. And then there wasn't a score until top of the ninth inning where Stanton singled to left field, and that allowed Soto to score the run. And, after that, the bullpen dominated, man. I mean, the bullpen dominated. Look at this. Like, Yamamoto played great. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 earned run, 1 run, and a hit. Banda didn't allow anything. Kopech had a strikeout for an inning. Blake Trinan was, getting a couple hits there and there, but he was, kind of struggling a bit. But then they put Vesia for the save opportunity, and he got it. He was there just to get the last out, and he did with 1 pitch, because then I think the last batter was Trevino, which he was pinch hitting for Austin Wells, and he didn't do shit. So yeah, and Austin Wells, bro, he's hitting 0.98. Oh my god, that's the fucking catcher for the. Ugh, Jesus, bro, Jesus Christ. Like, Judge has the second worst batting average just behind fucking Trevino, bro. Or excuse me, Austin Wells. Like, yeah, man. Clearly, they had to figure something out. They got to figure something out for Judge. He needs to fix things. But game three, ladies and gentlemen, will be on my birthday. Will be tomorrow night, Monday night, um, in the Bronx. So game 3 and game 4 will be in Yankee Stadium Monday and Tuesday night. The Yankees need to win one of these games, so there could at least be a game 5 on Wednesday night as well. And obviously, I want the series coming back to LA. I want the series coming back to LA. You know, Yankees, y'all better win Monday and Tuesday night because I want this series to be tied, going to 6 games at the very fucking least. I have Dodgers in 7. That's my pick. I have Dodgers in 7 games, but I need the Yankees to wake up and make this a fucking series. I do not want the Dodgers to sweep the Yankees. I don't want the Dodgers to win in 5. I don't even want them to win in 6. I want this bitch-ass series 7 games. No ifs, no buts, no as-ifs, no ass sniffs. That's all I give a fuck. Can you do that? It's my birthday. Can the Yankees get a win for my birthday? Can a birthday gift for the birthday present for the birthday girl for the birthday gift? Please. Please, please, please. That's all I give a fuck about right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me take that out of the fucking picture. Anyways, all right. Now everything else is okay. We can go on to basketball now. So we're done with soccer. We're done with baseball. Now let's get to basketball. Real quick, let's go with the WNBA real quick. Shout out to the New York Liberty. Why? Because they have officially won the 2024 WNBA championship. They won their very first title in franchise history. So congratulations to the New York Liberty. They win their first in franchise history. They beat the Lynx 67-62 in game 5. Sabrina Ionescu was ass in game 5. But guess who wasn't? Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, who ended up taking finals MVP. 17 points, 5 for 10, 7 for 7 from the field. From free throws, excuse me. Yeah. Defensive battle, pretty much. Low scoring, game, especially since this game even went to overtime and both teams couldn't crack 70 points. However, tough battle. Nafisha Collier was phenomenal all postseason long, but they just fell short. Now, I know that the referees also were sucking balls and they were not great as well in this postseason. But guess what? That's always a problem. That's always a fucking problem. So at this point, is it anything else? Anything interesting to mention now? All right. But now let's talk about the NBA, y'all. The NBA is back. The NBA is back. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. All right. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about fuck the preseason. The preseason sucks balls. The preseason, fuck you. Let's talk about the first game of the season. Wait, hold on. I gotta prepare myself. Basketball's actually it's back. I mean, it's been back for already almost a week, but still. Anyways, so this was the first game of the season. It was the Knicks versus the Celtics. This was opening night. This was obviously ring night for the Celtics. Nobody cheered. And yeah, they got their rings. Boo hoo hoo, celebration, banner, yay. But they absolutely made a statement in the first game of the season. My goodness. Jaylen Brown, 23 points. Jason Tatum, 37 points. 30 minutes for 10 assists, 4 rebounds. Al Horford and fucking Derek White, 11 and 24 points as well. Everybody was knocking threes downtown. You want to know exactly how many fucking threes? They were 29 of 61. They hit 29 threes in this game out of 61 opportunities. And you know what's crazy? That's so fucking hilarious because obviously putting up 29 three-pointers in a fucking basketball game is beyond me. It's insane. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. But the fact that they were actually, by the way, there's never been 30 three-pointers in one game ever. So they were one more three away from having the most three-pointers in a singular game and then they went like 0 for 13 or 0 for 14 after they got the 29th three. Like, they literally were knocking down threes left and right the whole game, and then they just needed one more to break the record, and boom, they went fucking 0 for 13 and 14 or whatever it was. That put a smile on my face that they got the ring, they got the win, and they dominated it. But the fact that they were just so close to putting another stamp in the history books, having the most threes in a single game with 30 could have been awesome. But I'm just so happy now that another team gets the opportunity to do that. Even though the Boston Celtics, you know what, it was game one and they almost did it. So to be fair, they could do it. They could probably do it again this fucking season. They just might. They just might fucking. They just might fucking do it again. They just might do it again. So who knows? They might just break the record at some point this season because they were super close to doing that. They got jinxed. But who knows? Who gives a fuck? They dominated. They win game one. They win on ring night. They're the 2024 champions. That's disgusting to say. The Knicks suffered. They struggled. Miles McBride, Jalen Brunson, they had 22 points. Josh Hart and Carl Anthony Towns, 12 points, excuse me. But it's not much going on there. It's not production there. The Celtics, they blew them out. And then the next game, it was the Timberwolves versus the Lakers, and this was a lot interesting. But the Lakers kind of dominated for the most part. Anthony Edwards, 27 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Rudy Gobert, 14 rebounds, 13 points. 16 points for Julius Randle. But let's talk about the fucking Lakers. 36 points for Anthony Davis. 16 rebounds, 4 assists. The GOAT, man. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Rui Hachimura, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Austin Reeves, AR-15 with 12, 9, and 4. Yes, and Bronny James had a rebound in this game. But let's talk about the moment that everyone is talking about, obviously, in this game. The Lakers won. Anthony Davis, you're a dog. You're an absolute fucking dog. Need you healthy all season long. Need you to win Defensive Player of the Year. And you're going to be in the MVP conversation if you keep playing like this. But let's talk about the moment, guys. I mean, this was obviously the first game for the Lakers. They're 1-0 now. But we got to talk about it. LeBron James. This was the first game that LeBron James playing for the season. And this is also Bronny James' first game of the season. So obviously now the moment happens in the second quarter where both LeBron and Bronny James step up on the court together as the first time in NBA history where a father and son duo will play on the court at the very same time together. And it happened for 3 minutes. It was a huge, special moment. There was already a couple passes in between from them. And obviously, Bronny James got a rebound in 3 minutes. Obviously, he had played 3 minutes only, so he didn't have much to shine here. But the moment was captured. LeBron playing with his own fucking son in the NBA. I mean, the moment was so fucking beautiful. The fact that this was perfectly timed because LeBron couldn't have had a child at the most youngest age of. He had Bronny James at my age, 20, and I'm about to turn 21 tomorrow. So the fact that he had him super young, he developed him into an NBA player. Even though did he really of course that's his son. He obviously put him into basketball, got him into basketball, but LeBron has been playing basketball all these fucking years. He didn't retire and just to dedicate more time with Bronny to get him to the next level. This man played basketball and got here on his own. Obviously, the draft and him, being drafted at the 55th spot, even though we know he's not NBA level, yet they wanted that moment. The Lakers, the NBA, you don't think that fucking Bronny... Okay, let me just say this real quick. For those dumb people that don't understand, why is Bronny James getting drafted 55th overall? He's not even that good. He fucking got hurt in college at USC, and he averaged 1.2 points per game. This motherfucker is sorry. He's ass. He will never be the GOAT, James. Matter of fact, he's not even the GOAT. He's the second best. Matter of fact, he's not even top 10 of all time. I don't know why Bronny James is getting all this fucking attention. You're just popular because your father is the greatest basketball player of all time, arguably. You just fucking suck, LeBron. You suck. I hate you, Bronny James. You're living my dream and I'm not. Buddy, it's LeBron's son. You don't think the NBA would want the moment to finally have a father-son duo on an NBA court at the same time, even if it's for 3 minutes, just to have the moment? That's special. And obviously, what is it going to cost them? It's the first game of the season. And obviously, after the moment, we realize, okay, Barney, you had your little moment with your dad on the court, but now you're going to the G League. So obviously, LeBronny is going to be in the fucking G League. He's not going to be playing with the Lakers all season long. Like, relax. Y'all think this motherfucker just earned a playoff roster or a regular season roster for all 82 games? No, he's going to be in the fucking G League. You know, hopefully he's going to be cooking and you know, improves his game in the G League. He's going to, you know, he's going to develop there. He's going to get some experience there, and eventually we'll see what he can do on this NBA roster. And when he gets back, called back up by the Lakers, so he can be on the starting lineup. But that's not now. Right now, he's super young. He needs to develop first. But obviously, just to get that moment, to draft him where LeBron is at, obviously, and to have that moment on the court, this is all planned. The NBA wanted this. And obviously, if you're a LeBron fan like me, who the fuck would not think this was going to happen? And especially since LeBron has been talking about playing with his son years ago. It's like a decade ago he probably said that shit. 2014, 15, whatever, when Bronny was still was he in middle school probably at the time? Who knows? Probably even before that. He wanted to play with his own fucking son. And he probably didn't even think that maybe he was still going to be playing in the NBA at 22 seasons in the NBA. He's about to turn 40 years old, guys, in 2 months. In 2 months, LeBron's turning 40 years old, and he's in his 22nd season. And this is the moment that he gets to finally have his son on the court. Like, that's just such a special moment just to have, just to mention, just to talk about. You know, who the fuck, like, the Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr., they were there in attendance. Because obviously in baseball, they broke the record. They were the first in you know, to have the father-son play in the same team, and they were both very good. Obviously, we know LeBron is LeBron. He's the greatest. And Bronny is just developing, and he's young, and obviously we got to give him a lot more time here, and we're not going to drag all the pressure to Bronny just because he's LeBron's son, you know? But obviously just having that moment, it was something special. Like, honestly, something very special to have. And no fucking wonder this was an amazing moment for LeBron, for his career. This is gonna be super memorable for Bronny as well, playing with your fucking dad, even if it was for 3 minutes. Who gives a fuck? That was an experience that, like, bro, it's never happened in NBA history, and in all sports, it's happened literally like a handful of times. It's literally only happened a handful of times. It's such a hard accomplishment, and it's literally everyone's fucking dream, every father's dream, maybe even every son's dream, to play with their fucking dad in a professional sports league, whether it's basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever. Like, and also, like, LeBron, bro, it was perfect timing. This was perfectly timed and perfectly executed. Because if LeBron had him a little later in his life, if he had him at 24, this wouldn't have happened. Bronny would be playing at 20 years old, and LeBron would be 44 in his 24th season, in his 26th season? No, that wouldn't have happened. You know, so he had him at the perfect time to get him on the court together, and the moment happened, y'all. The moment happened. It was like this was supposed to happen. LeBron was destined to have his own son, his own teammate that he created with his whole body to play with. That's insane. LeBron literally created his own teammate. Not on 2K, not in a fucking video game. In real life, he created a teammate for 3 minutes. And we'll see, we'll see how Bronny does. And, if we will get another Bronny versus LeBron, a Bronny and Bron moment, in the NBA again. But just right now, obviously, LeBron's cooking up with this Lakers team, and Bronny is now in the G League developing. So that's that right now. But that was a great moment to have, getting to see that live. It was great. It was great stuff. So that was opening night. And then we had a bunch of games on Wednesday. It's early on in the season, so I didn't really watch much basketball Wednesday, but the Magic, they got the Heat's number in game 1. My goodness, 116 to 97. So yeah, the Pacers, the Cavaliers, the Hawks, the Bucks, the Hornets, the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, the Suns, they win in overtime, and the Warriors, they smoked the Blazers. So bunch of wins there. The Heat and the Sixers, they didn't win their opening games, so that was a bummer there. The Celtics, they win their second game of the season, beating the Wizards 122 to 102. The Mavericks, they get the win over the Spurs 120 to 109. Big game for Klay Thompson, making his debut as a Dallas Maverick. Had a pretty good game as well. The Denver Nuggets, they got pretty much clobbered by the OKC Thunder 107-87. They were down by many points in this game, and they just really couldn't crack much here. Opening night was rough for Denver, but OKC, they're one of the best teams in the NBA. They're probably going to be itching for that number 1 spot in the West, so it's going to be difficult. The Timberwolves 117-115 win over the Kings. So those were the Thursday night games. The Raptors, they beat the Sixers, the Magic, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Rockets, the Warriors, the Bulls, the Pelicans. The Lakers also win another game. This was KD versus LeBron again. This time the Lakers getting the best of KD and the Suns. Let me see how many LeBron had. KD had 30 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. LeBron had 21 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. AD had 35 fucking points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. My goodness, AD absolutely a fucking dog, absolutely. And then we got the Clippers. My goodness, they take down the Denver Nuggets, and the Denver Nuggets are 0-2 to start the season. Yeah, that's it. That was interesting. Cavaliers beating the Wizards, the Celtics beating the piss-poor Pistons by only 6 points. It's kind of crazy. What did Jason Tatum have in this game? 37 again? Damn! 37, 24 points for Jaylen Brown. Oh, God. The Celtics are going to be very good again. Damn it. This was a pretty good game. This was the first Heat game I saw of the season. 26 points for Jimmy Butler. A lot better than what he fucking put out in game 1. He had like 3 points in game 1. That was abysmal. In game 2 of the regular season, he improved. Tyler Herro, 22 points, 5-5. Good shit. Miami got their first win of the season last night. The Thunder beat the Bulls. The Grizzlies get the win over the Magic. The Spurs win. The Timberwolves win. The Suns beat the Mavericks. Let me look at the matchup here real quick. Kyrie had 22 points. Luka had 40 points. 10 rebounds, 4 assists. KD had 31 points. Ryan Dunn, 13 points. Interesting. Devin Booker had 21 points. Interesting, good stuff. But the Suns, they win their second game of the season. And then, my goodness, let's talk about that Kings-Lakers game yesterday. 131-127. The Lakers are 3-0. The Lakers are 3-0 to start the season, ladies and gentlemen. JJ Redick, you are already a better head coach than what you've already done so much than what Darvin Ham has done in the last 2 seasons as the LA Lakers head coach. He's taken them to the playoffs a couple times, but still. We're 3-0. They haven't won an opening game since like 2016. They won obviously against the Wolves. Then they won against the Suns, and then last night they beat the Kings. Great stuff. And then guess who took over in the fourth quarter? You will never guess who got on fire in the fourth quarter. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the fucking GOAT, James. 32 points, 10 rebounds, 14 rebounds, 10 assists. He had a triple-dub. A triple-dub for LeBron James, and he cooked in that fourth quarter. Because he's the GOAT. Because he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. He is the greatest of all time. And you can stop complaining about it. But shout out to AD as well. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Yes, the Lakers are looking good. And Dalton Connect had 10 points too. Good shit. D'Lo 16 and Austin Reeves was 16. Good. Rui Hachimura. Yes, but obviously LeBron, AD, big boy shit. They were able to take the win. When's the next game for the Lakers? They play against the Suns tomorrow. Ooh, yes, the Lakers play tomorrow on my birthday. That's fucking fire. Let's go. Interesting stuff. So that's where we're at right now. Want to look at the standings? We'll look at the standings, I guess. This kind of sounds accurate, to be honest. Well, the Sixers all the way at 14th is crazy. Oh, let me talk about the Sixers real quick about fucking Joel Embiid, because this is pissing me off, man. So Joel Embiid, look at the standings. You happy? I'll give you another look. Celtics, Cavs, Hawks, Magic, Knicks, Heat, Bucks, Pacers, Bulls, Raptors, Hornets, Nets, Wizards, Sixers, Pistons. Boom. In the West, we got Lakers, Thunder, Pelicans, Warriors, Suns, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Clippers, Suns, Rockets, Blazers, Jazz, Kings, and Nuggets. Wow, the Nuggets at 15 is crazy. Is insane. How the wow. The fact that this motherfucking team almost swept this motherfucking team last postseason is crazy. And the difference is insane. The Nuggets are officially the worst team in basketball, ladies and gentlemen. They're the worst team in basketball. They're 0-2. The Nuggets are frauds. They suck. They suck. They suck. They suck. Jokic is a fraud. I'm kidding, y'all. Relax, y'all. Relax. It's a fucking joke, and I don't even think y'all shouldn't take me seriously. Like when I say shit like that, like come on now. Anywho, you shouldn't take anybody seriously for that matter who just says stupid shit like this. Like, literally, I know people would like to troll and just like to fuck around, but I just know that there's someone serious about like, oh, the Nuggets season is over. It's over. Like crying, like. Either you're a phenomenal actor that you got me convinced that you're being real about it, or you're just dumb. You're just fucking dumb. Anywho, Sixers play today against the Pacers. Yeah, we got some interesting games here, but it's football today, y'all. I'm not really about to watch much basketball. Maybe Clippers, Warriors, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. But then there's Sunday night football. So maybe I'll watch some. Maybe I'll watch some of these games a little bit. I'll probably watch this one though. Any of these, I ain't gonna be watching it. I ain't gonna be watching it because I'm gonna be watching fucking football. This one maybe. Let's look at tomorrow's games. Heat playing tomorrow. Interesting. Like that. Nuggets, Raptors, and Bucks, Celtics. Ooh, interesting. Should be a good one. Knicks, Cavs, Bulls, Grizzlies, Jazz, Warriors, Blazers, and Rockets, Spurs, Lakers, Sun. Definitely gonna be watching these. I'll probably watch that Heat game, that Bucks, Celtics game, and that Lakers Suns game, but I'm also going to be watching Game 3 of the World Series and Monday Night Football as well. Even though the Monday Night Football game this week is dog shit, bro. Tomorrow's the Giants Steelers. Man, the Giants, why do they have to play on my bitch ass birthday, bro? Are you serious? Get the fucking Giants out of here. Anyways, that is the NBA. Let's talk about Joel Embiid real quick because I'm sick and tired of his bitch ass. Joel Embiid decided to mention the fact that he is willing to not play back-to-back games this season just to kind of like basically prevent like getting injured again and like trying to conserve his body a little bit. He basically just mentioned that like he just won't be playing back-to-back games. I don't know how many games there would be back-to-back. I think it's like maybe 15, 16 games that he would just miss just because it would be back-to-back days. I think honestly he couldn't be more fucking delusional and stupid. And I think that is so dumb. So fucking dumb coming from the fact that Joel Embiid had to point that out and had to mention it and say it to everybody. And that this couldn't just be kept as a little thing behind the scenes for the team to know or even just to himself. As a leader, as the best player on the Philadelphia 76ers basketball team, why are you saying that you're going to miss out games on purpose? Not because you're injured now, just because you don't want to risk getting hurt again. When all it takes is one dumb play for you to get hurt, one freak incident away from you twisting your ankle, Achilles, whatever the case may be. It takes one moment. It takes 5, whatever. It takes time, whatever it could take an instant moment for you to get hurt in any game. So you not playing back-to-back games, is that going to do anything to affect your gameplay and for you to conserve your body if you don't want to risk getting hurt again? Also, do you expect that you're just gonna load manage this whole bitch ass thing? You're just gonna decide to sit out these games just because you don't want to go on the court and risk a fucking injury? As if you're hurt now. I mean, he is hurt now. He didn't play the first 2 games for the Sixers. He hasn't played yet. He hasn't played yet this season. So we're still waiting for Embiid to get healthy to come back and play for this fucking bitch ass organization. But this is just an issue. Why does this have to be something that you have to tell everybody? You're letting the fans know that you're not going to play back-to-back games just so you don't risk getting hurt? It's the beginning of the regular season. This is not the last week of the season that you can say that, or maybe because you guys probably already would have clinched a playoff spot. You don't want to play the last 2 or 3 games just to rest up for the postseason. That's fine. That's a different story. Different situation. The season just started, and you're telling me you're not going to play back-to-back games? LeBron is about to be 40 years old. And I know LeBron is and Joel Embiid are in 2 completely stratospheres and atmospheres and everything in life. But still, a damn near 40-year-old man is still playing on a basketball court every fucking game. Is he going to play all 48 minutes? No. But can he at least get 30 minutes a game every game? Yes. At age 40. At age 40, he can do that. I know Embiid is more injury prone and there's other things behind it, but why are you willing to just sit out these games? And if they matter and you're just sitting out just because you don't want to risk getting hurt again, that is so fucking conceited and selfish of you. For you to not put you're the leader of this team. And it doesn't feel like you're just doing this to save yourself, but you're not doing this for the team. You're clearly just resting just because you just want to sit there and just let the injury just kind of get ready. And also, does this motherfucker think that missing out games when you're obviously a little bit hurt or a little bit injured, I'm not no fucking doctor, you can play through it. Obviously, there's certain injuries that you cannot play through it. Obviously, your Achilles, ACL. There's obviously a bunch of injuries that you cannot. You're gonna miss time, and obviously you got to sit out, and you can't. It takes development to get back on the court. It's not in all injuries are not built the same. So obviously those exceptions happen, and whatever injury Embiid is going through now, it's not season ending, but clearly enough for him to put these games out of position that he's not going to be able to play. And it's the beginning of the season. If he misses these couple games, that's fine. But then for the rest of the regular season, you're going to miss back-to-back games just because of you thinking that you're going to risk getting hurt. Like, this is just so stupid, man. It's just so fucking stupid. I don't get your logic. Leaders are just going to go out there. Bro, if they're willing to get hurt just to fucking play, they'll do that. You want to be smart and not get hurt. Okay. Figure that out. But don't just sit there and think missing games is the solution. That's not the solution. And if you don't play consistent basketball and you're out, and you're just missing games in and out, is that going to do anything for your body? Like, you can't just also miss like 10 fucking games or 5 games in a row and expect the first game to drop 40. Your body has to be in conditioning after every single game, constant practices. You got to keep it coming. You can't just be sitting there not practicing or just sitting out games just for no fucking reason. It just makes no sense. And fucking Kawhi Leonard too, man. He's out for a good period of time when this motherfucker barely plays games. I feel sorry for Kawhi, but at this point, he's already done everything he could. He's getting hurt again. And like, he also misses out a ton of fucking games, obviously because of injury, but also just to risk not getting hurt. So this motherfucker, it won't play because obviously he's hurt, but then he won't play just so he's willing to get hurt. Motherfucker, everyone's in risk to get hurt. Anybody could get hurt in any fucking game in any moment. So you doing that just makes no fucking sense. My goodness, bro. I am so sick of this bitch-ass Sixers team. And the season is only 2 games in. We're only 2 games of this season. I already had it with the Sixers squad and this Joel Embiid. Like, bro, get him out of here, man. I am so done with Joel Embiid, bro. I trust the process. Put it up your ass. Put it up your ass. I don't care anymore, man. I'm just gonna stick with the Miami Heat. Fuck the Sixers. I might as well just give my damn Sixers hat to somebody. Like, my goodness, man. It's just, oh god, it's such a fucking headache. Such a headache. And look, if we all this hoopla and we get to the postseason, and what do? Nothing. Nothing. We do nothing. We do nothing. We do nothing. We do nothing. So once we get to where we're supposed to be, we do nothing. No conference finals, no nothing, because you're not there. And then if you are there, you suck. Even when you are playing in the playoffs, you don't deliver. You fucking give us 2 points in 40 minutes. That's what you do. You've already had 0-point games before, Embiid, and you almost had those in the playoffs many times. Fuck. Jesus, man. I am so, like, over it. I am over it, dude. I cannot with this bitch-ass franchise. I seriously am. I just can't. I can't. Anyways. My goodness. Let's talk about, okay, now we're done. Season predictions. Let me do this real quick, y'all. All right. Where are we at right now? 56 minutes. Okay. I got like maybe half an hour. Let's see if we can do this cook up in half an hour. Let's make my predictions for the East and for the West. For the East, for the West. So let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna do the standings from worst to best. Obviously, my predictions, West and East. And then NBA playoffs, I'll kind of work my way through it. Maybe I'll do that for the next sports episode, honestly. I'll just kind of do the standings, MVP, defensive player. I'll give you guys that in a little bit, but just the playoff predictions, I'll do that later on, just not right now. Okay. So we got the worst team coming out the West. I think it's probably going to be either the Blazers or the Jazz. Fuck it, give me the Jazz. I think they're probably going to be the worst team coming out the West. It's just not looking good over there. Then 14, give me the Blazers. At 13, you know what? You could probably add in like maybe San Antonio there. Actually, we could do that there. I think the number 1 seed coming out the West will probably be OKC again. I think OKC is going to be number 1. Number 2 probably is going to be, it might be, you know what? Give me Minnesota at number 2. Then number 3, I think you can probably do maybe Denver or Dallas. Give me Dallas, then Denver, and then give me the Lakers at the 5th seed. You know what? Maybe I could put the Lakers at the 4th seed and the Nuggets at the 5th seed. Then the 6th seed, the Suns? Actually, no. Let me put the Suns at 5. No. Nuggets at 5. Lakers at 6. Hold on. No. I'm not liking this. Hold on. OKC, Minnesota. Yeah. You know what? Fine. I'll put Phoenix though up. Yeah. Then Dallas at 6. Then I'll put the Grizzlies. Then I'll put the Pelicans. Then I'll put the Warriors, the Kings, Clippers, and the Rockets. I don't think the Clippers or the Rockets are going to make the playoffs. I don't even think they're going to make the play-in. Unpopular opinion. I think the Kings, the Grizzlies, they're improved. The Pelicans are going to be a threat, and the Warriors, they're still going to be in the mix for the play-in. So, yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. I think it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be. Let me just take a picture of this just to make sure I have it here. Yeah, this is my final ones. Yeah, OKC at 1, Minnesota at 2, Denver at 3, LA Lakers at 4, Suns at 5, Mavericks at 6, Grizzlies at 7, Pelicans at 8, Warriors at 9, Kings at 10, Clippers at 11, Rockets at 12, Spurs at 13, Blazers and the Jazz 14 and 15. Okay, so that's the West. Now the East, we're putting Washington at the bottom. We're putting Brooklyn at the bottom. Then we're putting Toronto. Then we're putting, actually, no, we'll put in Detroit and then we'll put Toronto at 12. Then we're putting fucking the Hornets. And then now, number 1 seed, I think, is going to be the Boston Celtics, unfortunately. Number 2 is going to be the Knicks. Number 3 is going to be the Sixers. Number 4 is going to be the Cavaliers. Number 5 is going to be the Heat. Number 6 is going to be the Pacers. Number 7 is going to be the Magic. 8 Hawks, 9 Sixers, and then the Bulls at 10. Yep, I have the Sixers as the 9th seed. They're not going to be they're going to be a play-in team. I don't think they're going to be a top 6 team in the East. I think the East is fine here. The East is kind of a little bit easier for me. The West obviously is fucking complicated. I think right now this looks kind of accurate for the East. I think it's definitely going to be Boston at 1, Knicks at 2. Milwaukee, I think Milwaukee can definitely step up and be better regular season wise. I think number 3 is fine. Cleveland at 4. Miami, I'm kind of biased. I could put Miami like at 6 or 7, but I think maybe I'll put Miami in the top 5. I'll leave Miami in the top 5. I think they're in a better position than the Sixers. The Sixers, I just feel like they might have a good, I mean, they're 0-2 already, so they're not off to a great start. But once they get Embiid back, when he fucking decides to play games, they're going to have their ups and downs. They're going to have their ups and downs all season long. I just think at the end, they're going to get to that 9th seed, and then that's pretty much the case. Like, there's not really much I could say there. All right, but that's that. Now let me talk about, like, NBA season, NBA award predictions. Let me just kind of look at some odds here. So let me kind of look at some candidates for Defensive Player of the Year, MVP. So a lot of people... So MVP is Luka, Shea, Luka. A lot of people, damn, who is this girl? God damn, she fine as fuck. Yeah. So who are my picks here? Let me lock it in here. Just to make sure. So for my NBA award predictions for most improved player, I think I'm going to do probably like, I think Scoot Henderson honestly might be a good one out of Portland. I think he's going to be definitely in a better position. Even though the Blazers are still going to be kind of ass. Coach of the year, maybe JJ Redick. I don't know. JJ Redick? I don't fucking know. Give me JJ Redick. I don't know. That would be a surprise here. I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna win Coach of the Year. Whatever. 6th Man of the Year. Give me maybe Nas Reed. I kind of like Nas Reed. He's a dog. I like Nas Reed. Rookie of the Year. Give me fucking Rookie of the Year. It could either go to, I like Dalton Connect. I'm not gonna lie, I like that motherfucker. Dalton Connect. Reed Shepard is nice. Zach Edey is kind of good, but Zach Edey? I don't know about Zach Edey. Reed Shepard's nice though. Fine, fuck it. Give me Reed Shepard. He is good. He's good though. I'll give him in. I'll give him that. Reed Shepard. For Defensive Player of the Year, yeah, I think it's either going to be Anthony Davis or Victor Wembanyama. I think Wembanyama is probably going to just take a bigger leap than he was in his rookie year. Obviously, he's the Rookie of the Year last year. And this year he decides, fuck it, I'm taking that Defensive Player of the Year. And for MVP, Victoria. Who the fuck is Victoria Wembanyama? No. MVP, Luka or Shea. I'm going to be bold here. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey. I'm kidding. No, it's not going to be Tyrese Maxey. It's going to be Shea. It's going to be Shea. Gilgeous Alexander, once again, is going to be the number one team coming out the West. Number one team coming out the West. Number one seed. They're probably going to make the conference finals this year, I believe. Hopefully, the Thunder can make it to the conference finals this year. Maybe even the Western Conference. Maybe even the finals. Maybe they could even make the finals as well. So let me just repeat that. Most improved player, I got Scoot Henderson. I got Coach of the Year, JJ Redick, even though that's kind of like a troll pick, but why not? I'll go with it. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Naj Reid. Rookie of the Year goes to Reed Shepard. I'm also kind of in with Dalton Knecht a little bit, but we'll see about that. Defensive Player of the Year, it's pretty much unanimous here. Everybody has fucking Victor Wembanyama. I mean, it makes sense for me. And the MVP is going to be Shea. It's a lot of people are saying Shea or Luka. I'm kind of going on with Shea. I would love Luka to finally win a fucking MVP, but I don't think he's gonna have. I think he's gonna have a great season, but obviously he's not gonna be top five. In my predictions, they're what, sixth? They're sixth. So obviously, like rankings and where you at in the standings also matter. Like you having the sixth seed, winning MVP, probably is not gonna be more likely than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander not winning MVP. Because obviously he has the number one seed and obviously the best team coming out the West. So those are my award predictions and those are my standing predictions. I don't know how many wins. The Celtics are going to win 500 games this year. I don't know. I just don't know. But this is just how it's going to look here coming out the West. And this is just how it's going to look here coming out the East. And those are my award predictions. Maybe I'll do my playoff predictions later on. We will see. But fuck it. We ball. That is that for basketball officially. Let me see. Just get that out the way. Okay. Yes. There we go. Yeah, we just gotta do playoff predictions. That's all. That's all we have to. That's all we're missing here. All right. Now let's go here. Deshaun Watson is out for the season because he got hurt last game. Yeah. He suffered a torn Achilles injury last week. And yeah. Wow, Deshaun Watson has a girlfriend. You know what? I'm not even gonna. I don't even. Not even gonna bother. He's been fucking terrible for the Browns. He's been so ass. I don't excuse like what the fans were doing last game where they were cheering when he got hurt. I don't excuse that. And I think that's so like low and so pitiful for people to do that. Like I think that's just wrong and like disrespectful as fuck. Don't do that. I don't wish that on anybody like that. I know this man is a piece of shit too. Allegedly, and also it just doesn't look good. We know this man's all the charges, all the allegations, and all the cap. I know, but just talking about a man on the field getting hurt, like that's just not. I don't think that's like. I think that's just super low. I think two sides can be true. Yes, he's a piece of shit, but that doesn't mean that we have to put him already when he's down, like suffering a torn Achilles. Like, no, I don't care. Like that. That's terrible for him, to recover. Obviously, he sucked this season. He has sucked. He's probably been the worst quarterback in the entire league this year, probably. And it's probably because of other reasons too. But yeah, Deshaun is hurt. Hopefully he recovers well. But I'm glad that I don't. I'll be just very honest. I'm glad that I don't have to see him on the field for a little while because he has not been good. I didn't wish for the injury. I never wished for the injury, but good that he's going to take some time away. He's not going to be. I feel like this injury was kind of like a gift and a curse because obviously he has to deal with the injury now, but he doesn't have to suffer with these bitch ass fans having to complain and tell him, "Oh, you fucking suck, rapist, rapist." You don't. Now the volume of the people just hating and crucifying this man is going to be a little bit less just because he's not going to be playing every fucking Sunday. So I'm not saying that people are just going to forget and this man's going to live a peaceful life recovering from injury, but you don't have to hear about it. You don't have to experience getting hurt again in another football game, and then your fans are just, cheering. Like that's bullshit. That's not right. What he did was not right, and I don't think what the fans did last week cheering for him when he was getting hurt or when he was hurt, like that's bullshit. That's fucked up. We can't do that. We cannot do that, y'all. Brandon Aiyuk also is out for the remainder of the season, man. He is also out for the remainder of the season. Oh my fucking god, it sucks. He was not great this season. He's been kind of up and down, but damn, man, it just sucks for Brandon Aiyuk. Hopefully, he recovers very well as well. DeAndre Hopkins, man, he is not hurt. He is not hurt, but he's going with the Kansas. He's going to be a Kansas City Chief. He is now a Kansas City Chief, ladies and gentlemen. A Kansas City Chief. Oh my goodness, bro. So now the Chiefs just got another fucking weapon. They just now got another fucking weapon. This is bullshit, bro. This is bullshit. Insane. Bryce Young is also expected to become the starter. He is back now as the starter for today's game against wait, oh shit, he was born in Philly? I didn't know Bryce Young was born in Philly. Interesting. Yeah, so he's going to be playing against the Commanders today. So he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Commanders today, or for the Panthers, excuse me, against the Commanders today. Yeah, Andy Dalton. You had one good game, take his ass back out. Let's see if Bryce Young now can get back into things, get comfortable now, or is it going to just be another fucking disaster for the Panthers once again? We'll see. We will see. Talking about another former Alabama quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. He is back. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. He is cleared to play against the Arizona Cardinals today at 1 p.m. So in about an hour and a half from now, he is back. He's going to make his return. But obviously, it's with a bit of controversial opinions, mixed opinions on this, because obviously it feels a little too soon that he's coming back from injury or he's out of concussion protocol, and also just like coming back after taking another one more bad hit. It's not going to do well for his life and his career. Like, I'm really hoping everything for the best for Tua. I'm hoping nothing bad happens, but this is basically almost a death wish. Like, if he gets really fucked up again, it might be done. Like, his career has to be over, no excuses, or his life is done. Like, I hate to be like brutal and honest, but like, this is a very dangerous sport. I don't recall remembering players on the field dying or things like that. I mean, Damar Hamlin was the closest to it, and fucking, it's a miracle he's alive now. I mean, my goodness, it's a blessing. But I don't want Tua to go through that or lose his life over this. Like, he made a decision, and that's his decision, and whether people recommended him to retire, because trust me, it feels like everyone and their mom is telling this man to retire, including me. And then all of a sudden the doctors are saying, no, you go back, you're good, you go back on the field, you're fine. I just don't understand the logic. How the fuck are the doctors behind the scenes apparently are just not into giving Tua a little bit of a protocol or some situation of like, well, you should really consider retiring. This, like, no doctor told him that, no neurologist, nobody. But all the fans and the fucking IG comment sections are talking about well, yeah, you need to retire. So all the fans want you to retire, but the doctors don't. Why? Because the NFL is a business and they're money hungry, and they don't, obviously, yes, the NFL, they're not going to fucking tell this man to retire. Why the fuck would they do that? They're going to lose revenue. The Dolphins are going to lose money. They're going to, like, this man is already getting paid more. So the benefits are all for Tua, but for the league and for the Dolphins, it's just going to sting. It's going to sting. They don't want to suffer another Dolphins year where they just suck balls again. At least this man gives them a chance to win football games. Whether he's terrible in the cold or terrible in the playoffs, he could give us something in the regular season. Hey, the Cowboys have been doing it for so many years. Jerry Jones is still a fucking billionaire, and he's doing everything to get regular season wins. But when it comes to making it to the playoffs or getting anything done in the playoffs or Super Bowl or even an NFC title game, they can't get nothing going. But they take every single cent of your money. They take every single fucking dime of your money. Every single penny that you have in your account, they will take it gladly with the biggest smile on their fucking face. So, the Cowboys have been doing it for so long. They've been doing it so long. So the Dolphins, they just don't want to be stuck in that. Oh, fuck, if we lose Tua because he's going to retire, fuck, we're going to suck for 54 more years again. Fuck. And the NFL, they also lose a superstar. Tua's a superstar. So they don't want to do that. I get it. The business side of things, it's cruel, it's dark, but it also has its upsides and down. I get it, but literally, all I could say is pray for Tua, bro. Like, it's please. That's all I gotta say. Okay, real quick. NFL, not NGL. What the? Not gonna lie. Shut up. All right. So did I recap week 7? I already recapped week 7, right? Week 6, I already did that. Yes. So the Broncos beat the Saints 33-10. Absolute domination for the Broncos. Saints sucked balls. The Jaguars beat the Patriots 32-16. The Patriots sucked dick. The Jaguars actually put up a complete game, but both teams still suck. Lions give the Vikings their first loss of the season, 31-29. They had won a close game. They got the job done. The Bills, they beat the Titans 34-10. Big win for the Bills. Complete game offensively, defensively. Even though in the first half they struggled a bit, but they were able to pull through in the second half and they played a lot better. The Colts beat the Dolphins 60-10. This was the stupidest fucking way the Dolphins could have possibly lost the game. What the fuck was Tim Boyle doing? I hope he retires because he is just sorry as fuck. The Seahawks beat the Falcons 34-14. Seattle looked impressive all game. Their defense was good. Their offense was good. The Falcons, they were looking good. And then they play against Seattle at home. And then boom, this happens. Like, what the fuck? Come on. The Packers, they beat the Texans 24-22 in a close game back and forth, but they were able to pull through in a game-winning field goal. Bengals beat the Browns 21-14. Close game as well. Deshaun Watson is out. Bengals cook up on their defense. They actually didn't play bad at all, and they got the dub. Then we got the Eagles beating the Giants, dominating Saquon Barkley. I'm glad you're with us, and you're not with the bitch-ass Giants anymore. You're free. You're going to win. You're winning football games now. It feels nice, right? It feels nice. We're going to have to see what we do in the postseason. We got to figure things out in the postseason. But we're nice. We're doing good right now. We had to destroy the Giants. They're the fucking Giants. They suck balls. Rams, they beat the Raiders 20-15. Big win for the Rams as they're kind of getting back into better position. Offensively looked good and defensively also looked a lot better. The Panthers got fucking smoked by the Commanders. Jaden Daniels got hurt in this game, so it's going to be questionable to see if he's going to be playing today's game against the the Commanders are playing against, who the fuck are they playing today? Excuse me. The Bears. Oh my God. The Panthers, who are they playing today? The Broncos. I got it confused when I mentioned Bryce Young. Whatever. So Bryce Young is obviously going to be playing against the Broncos today. Commanders, we'll see if Jaden Daniels will start, but we'll see. Chiefs, they remain undefeated. They beat the 49ers. That's their son, 28-18. Mahomes looks mediocre, if not terrible at this point in his standards. But they're still winning games because that defense is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And the running game has been phenomenal as well. The Steelers decimate the New York Jets 37-15. The offense for the Jets sucks. Pitiful dog water sucking coconut. No, not coconut. Fucking pigeon water piss. Pigeon piss. They've sucked offensively in this game. And the Steelers, they put up 37 points. Russell Wilson cooked. And the defense, as always, they cooked. So if the Steelers are putting up more than 20 fucking points, they're going to win football games. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be a playoff team. The AFC North is scary. Monday Night Football, the Ravens beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 41-31. Lamar Jackson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson. Looked phenomenal. MVP at the moment right now, we could say, right? Probably Lamar again, MVP, back-to-back years, maybe. He's looked phenomenal. Unfortunately for the Buccaneers, they lost Chris Godwin out for the remainder of the season, and Mike Evans is also going to be out for a handful of weeks. So that's pretty unfortunate for the Buccaneers. I think they should be fine overall offensively. I don't think obviously they're not going to be as good without Chris Godwin or Mike Evans, but I don't think they're going to be struggling or fall off a cliff just yet because that defense also has been decent. Not in this game because Lamar was dicing around them. And then we got the most mediocre ass fucking game possible. The Cardinals defeating the Chargers 17-15. Kyler Murray got a touchdown. I mean, the Chargers didn't get a fucking touchdown in this game. It was all Cameron Dicker field goals. Offensively, you're not going to do anything with just fucking field goals. So, yes, the Chargers, you sucked. Be better this week, please. What the fuck was that? And let's talk about Thursday Night Football game. The Rams, they beat the Vikings 30-20. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua were back. So they got their 2 main guys out or back in. So obviously that, helped them a bit as well. And bada bing, bada boom, here we are. Here we fucking are. Like, let's go. The Rams, they're cooking up now that they're finally healthy. And the Vikings are now 5-2. So they got to figure things out because next week they go up against who? Next week they go up against the Colts on Sunday Night Football. Should be a win, but I mean the Colts can be feisty and give you guys some issues. All right, now let me look at my pick'em link. So let me make my week 8 predictions real quick. Sorry guys, I'm going a little too fucking fast, but I just kind of want to hurry up and get shit done already. Okay, so let me drink some water real quick. Excuse me, but shit, my mouth was fucking dry from talking all that, just yapping. Anywho, yeah. So I couldn't make my pick for the Vikings Rams game. Unfortunately, I was too late. I did have the Vikings winning this game, though. I will be honest. I did have the Vikings win this game, so I am already 0-for-1 this week. I will put that out there, just to say. Last week, though, I was good. I was 12-3. I was 12-3 last week in my picks. It was good. The Falcons, you blew me up. Shout out also to the Steelers. They gave the Jets. They fucking disappointed me, and the Chargers as well. They disappointed me. So fuck you Chargers, fuck you Jets, and fuck you Falcons for week 7 because you let me down. But now let's look at the week 8 picks. I already did them. So just to kind of show you guys them, I got the Ravens over the Browns. I got the Lions over the Titans because both of these teams suck. So these are the two of the best teams in the NFL, 2 of the shittiest teams in the NFL. Easy as that. I'm picking the Dolphins because I have a little bit of faith that Tua is going to have a good game. But I wouldn't be surprised if we lose, honestly. The Jets, they have to win this game against the Patriots. They cannot lose this game to the Patriots because if they lose this game, no playoffs. You guys are the biggest disappointment of the season, and I will talk about it. You guys suck, and your season is over if you guys get to 2-6. It's over. It is over. No postseason. You guys suck. Falcons beat the Buccaneers, I think. Falcons, hope y'all need a bounce back. Y'all need a bounce back win. So please, we'll see what we can do. Packers, I got them beating the Jaguars. The Jaguars suck, but I mean, hey, maybe the Jaguars can give them some tough edges here. We'll see. Then give me the Texans over the Colts. Give me the Eagles over the Bengals. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a tough game because even though the Bengals defense is dog shit, our Eagles defense isn't that much better. So we'll have to wait. And see. But I think this Eagles game, the Eagles can prevail. And we'll see if the run game will see fucking Saquon will have a baller ass game. I'm ready for the game. I'm hyped. But I just need the Eagles and Dolphins to get something going today. Please. Then I got the Chargers beating the Saints. The Saints are depleted with injuries. Derek Carr is not back. Chris Olave should be coming back soon, but still no word on that yet. And Yeah, the Chargers, yes, they didn't score a touchdown last week to the bitch-ass Cardinals, but, I mean, the Cardinals were feisty all game long. The defense has been actually solid this year, so Saints, I don't know if they're going to get much going on here. I'm sorry, Saints, to say y'all had such a good hope for the first 2 weeks of the season, and now the last 5 games, it's been just pitiful. Next, we got the Bills versus the Seahawks. Give me the Bills over Seattle. I think it's going to be a tough game for Seattle to pull through, especially that Bills defense. But you know what? Give it to me. Then I got the Bears beating the Commanders. I'm just unsure if Jaden Daniels is going to play in this game. So I'm just a little. I just don't know. Chicago, they have been looking a lot better as of recently. Caleb Williams is improving game by game, and the defense is looking very good for the this. It's looked good, like really good all season long. The offense is clicking, and I feel like we can have another game where the Bears could put up points on the board, and the defense might step out because the Commanders' defense is dog shit. But the offense is what's really putting this team on their back, and Jane Daniels is the guy that's really putting this team on his back. If Marcus Mariota is the quarterback for this game, I still think they can put up points, but just I think Chicago with that defense is going to be tough. So give me the Bears over the Commanders. No. No. Okay. Honestly, I get it. Why obviously most people are picking Denver here. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so unsure about the Broncos, man. Nah, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If the Panthers let me down, it wouldn't be the first time. You know what, bro? Give me the fucking Panthers. You know what? Give me the fucking Panthers. I feel like somehow they could pull this off. I feel like somehow they can fucking pull this off. Give me the Panthers. Chiefs versus Raiders. Give me the Chiefs, obviously, because the Raiders defense sucks, the offense sucks, and obviously Devontae Adams is out. He's not there anymore, so it's not gonna look great for them. Not gonna look great for them, and yeah, just straight disappointing, straight fucking disappointing. So yeah, give me the Chiefs over the Raiders. Give me the Niners over the Cowboys. I don't trust the fucking Cowboys on the road. They're not playing at home, but I don't know. I think the Niners hopefully need a bounce back win. I think they need this win just to kind of feel better about themselves a little bit because they've been slumping a lot recently. So the Niners, they got to pick up a big win here against the Cowboys. And then I got the Steelers dominating the fucking Giants because there's no way the fucking Giants are winning this football game against the Steelers team that's looking really good right now. So I got the Ravens, the Lions, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Falcons, the Packers, the Texans, the Eagles, the Chargers, the Bills, the Bears, the Panthers, the Chiefs, the Niners, and the Steelers winning their football games, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So those are my week eight predictions for the NFL. Now let me show you guys my fantasy football league at the moment. Let me just show you guys what's going on in fantasy. So last week I lost by 1 point. I am 3-4, ladies and gentlemen. I am 3-4. I am 6th place of 8 teams. I lost by literally 1 fucking point because of Lamar Jackson, bro. Lamar Jackson, he had like 35 points, and that gave You Need to First Down a boost to beat me by 1 fucking point. So it sucks. But anyways, it's okay. I'm going to get the win this week. So look at my roster. I now put Jordan Love as my starting quarterback. So I got Saquon here. Nick Chubb is back, so I reclaimed him. I picked him up again. I dropped him. Then I picked him up again. I added him again just, because he's back here. It's going to be a tough matchup because it's against Baltimore, but I think Nick Chubb will have some decent production coming out of it. Amon-Ra St. Brown against Tennessee should get active, even though the Lions have a bunch of weapons that they also utilize a lot, not just Amon-Ra St. Brown too much. Devontae Adams, you better get something going here too. Please, you got to get your first touchdown as a New York Jet against the fucking Patriots, please. Brock Bowers has been pretty much the only upside for the fucking for the Raiders this year, besides Max Crosby. But yeah, hopefully we can get some good production for Bowers. I could take Deebo Samuel out, and maybe I can put in Xavier Worthy. Should I take Xavier Worthy and put him out? I don't know. I could do that, but Actually, I'm fine. Deebo Samuel, he's still questionable, right? He's still questionable. Not yet decided yet if he's gonna be playing today on Sunday Night Football. Not sure, but I have enough time, at least before that 4 p.m. game, maybe. But I don't have anybody on my bench, especially I had Cooper Kupp already benched, and then obviously Mike Evans is hurt, so I'm not putting him there. Yeah, I can't do that there. Xavier Worthy, you're my only chance to really put him here for Deebo, to replace Deebo, but that. And then I got the Chiefs defense, and obviously Harrison Buckner for my kicker. And so yeah, I'm down 19.5 to 0, obviously, right now, but my projections is what are my projections? Let me see the projections real quick. No, not my team, like the fantasy cast. Yeah, there we go. What the fuck? Just okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, right now I'm projected to win 128. I'm expected to get 128 point. What the no? I'm expected to put up 128.5 points, and my opponent to put up 121.7. So I'm projected to win by 7 points. So hopefully, man, I have 9 players left to play. He has 8. I'm just hoping I can get some production here. I need to get this win in fantasy so I can get to 500 again. I'm on a 3-game losing streak. Let's look at the matchups this week as well. Abel's astounding team up 22.6. He's projected to win by a blowout. He's 5-2. While Selección 305, Georgia Altamiranda is 1-6 right now. So yeah, Selección 305 got to pick up the pace here. Stupid Depression got his first win in fantasy last week, and he's projected to beat Gang Gang by 10 points this week. Interesting. This okay. All right. And then Cutter Squad is absolutely dominating so far with Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones. The defense fucking took the L. Could have put up a 0, couldn't put up no points. No points. That's brutal. But he's only projected to win by 1 point over you need a first down. That would be ironic. She wins by 1 point one week and then she loses by 1 point the next week. That would be hilarious. And I will message her and just to let her know. Just to fucking bother her and just, I ain't forgetting. Lamar Jackson, you motherfucker, man. You made me lose last week. So if she could take the L this week, thank you. And we'll also have the same record, too. We'll have the same record. We'll both be 4-4 if she loses and I win this week. So let's look at the standings real quick, too. So, yeah, right now I'm 3-4. I'm at a 42% chance at the playoffs. 47 for I Chase Young Kids. 54 for You Need a First Down. 76 for Gang Gang. 82 for Cutter Squad. And then 91 for Abel's Astounding Team. Yeah, I've put up 781 points, and I've allowed 763 points. I've been 1-2 at home, 2-2 on the road. Yeah, no, I made only 3 moves of that much. Cutter Squad has made a bunch of moves. He's made 8 moves, and it's been definitely worth it. Stupid Depression has not made a move yet, or Unit First Down hasn't made any moves, and she has 4 wins on so far. Like that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good, but got to get things going here. Yeah, I just got to get a win here, man. I got to get a win here. I need to beat Anthony. I need her to fucking lose too. You need the first down to lose. And then if any of them, bro, we have Abel and any of them can lose. I'm gonna need one of them. I need, 1 or 2 of these to lose so we can kind of boost up here. I need to get back at the top of this fucking fantasy football league because I'm suffering right now. I'm at 3-4, so I got to pick up the pace here. But that's fantasy. That's fantasy football, guys. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah, that's that. All right, now I just got to talk about college football, and that's it, right? That's it. Just college football. All right, that's about it. Let's look about it real fucking quick. So week 8 and week 9. So let's talk about the week 8 matchups. Week 8 matchups, and then the week 9 matchups, and that's about it. So all these games here, blah 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 blah. Okay. All right. Oregon defeats Purdue 35-0. Duke defeats Florida State. Okay. Miami gets the win over Louisville 54-45. That was a close game. Our defense, they had to step up, but they played great. They played great offensively. My goodness, but the defense needs to step the fuck up. Georgia, they take down Texas 30-15. Big win for Georgia. And Texas, they suffer their first loss of the season. Now they're not the number one team in the nation. But yeah, it was a pretty good back and forth. I'm kidding. It was not back and forth. Georgia dominated early in the first half, and then 15 points for Texas put up in the third quarter alone. But then after that, they couldn't do anything else. So yeah, it was a tough game for Texas. Their defense was not great, and the offense just couldn't get much going against that Georgia's defense. Tennessee takes down Alabama 24-17. My goodness. They lose another game. Alabama, they're right now on the verge of not even making the college football playoffs, guys. That sounds insane that they might not even make the college football playoffs. And with one more loss, that will honestly really sting themselves in a really bad position. Like, I don't know. Like, they're really kind of in a bad position if they can't win here. But yeah, LSU gets the win over Arkansas 34-10. Iowa State, Clemson, Notre Dame, they get the win. Texas A&M. Nebraska gets destroyed by Indiana. Kansas State wins. Mizzou, SMU. Michigan, they lose to Illinois 21-7. It's a big game for Illinois. Army, they take down East Carolina. Navy, they take down Charlotte. Wisconsin, they beat Northwestern. UCLA to take down Rutgers. Wake Forest, Cincinnati, Louisiana, South Carolina, Eastern Michigan, Temple. They all win. NC State, Kansas, Washington State, Old Dominion, Miami, Bowling Green. Damn, Kent State is 0-7. God damn. Western Michigan, Toledo, South Florida, UTSA, Tulane, Maryland. They beat USC by 1 point. My God, they blew a 14-point lead. Damn, USC. Fuck. Colorado, they dominated 34-7. Shedeur Sanders, 23 for 33, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. Looked pretty impressive. Looked pretty fucking impressive. They looked good. They looked quite impressive right now. That was that. Baylor, New Mexico, San Jose State, Vanderbilt wins. Michigan State, Memphis, Florida gets the win against Kentucky. Colorado State wins. UNLV wins. And TCU gets the win against Utah. So that was week 8. Now let's talk about yesterday's games and all of week 9. And then we'll get to the standings and the rankings, and then that will be that. That will be it for the episode. Damn, it's already 12:02. Shit, it's already 12:02. Fuck. Anywho, damn, bro. FIU, they lost again, man. They're 2-6. They lost again. Sam Houston, they're 6-2 in the CUSA. That's fucking interesting. Louisiana Tech. Kennesaw State, they take down Liberty. They get their first win of the season, and Liberty loses their first game of the season. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Jacksonville State wins. Pittsburgh gets the win. Bro, 5 interceptions for McCord. From McCord, the quarterback from Syracuse. He had 3 pick sixes in 5 interceptions. Holy shit, Syracuse was getting absolutely booty rammed. Old Dominion gets the win. Boise State gets the win against UNLV. It was a close one. They get a close one on 4th and goal. Ashton Genty clutched up for the touchdown. 33 carries, 128 yards, a touchdown. This is probably his worst performance of the season, and he still looked good. Boise State Broncos are looking good, and the college football playoffs are just kind of getting closer and closer there. Louisville to take down Boston College. USC bounces back, and they take down Rutgers. Then we got Florida State losing to Miami. No surprise here. Miami, they're 8-0. They're undefeated. They win 36-14. Cam Ward, 22 for 35, 208 yards. The run game had to do much. I think Cam Ward only had like how many yards? 208 yards, but he had not that many touchdowns. I think he only had Fucking how many touchdowns he had? One. He had one touchdown pass. He had one touchdown pass because the run game was producing. Fletcher, Martinez, they were getting a bunch of rushing touchdowns. So the run game was dominating as well. So Cam Ward didn't have to throw the ball too much on here in this game last night. And I mean, my goodness, I mean, our running back, Damian Martinez, 15 carries, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns, getting a lot of production there. Yeah, shout out to fucking Miami. They're cooking right now. I know the defense is still very questionable right now, but we're looking good. We got how many more games? 4 more games, I believe. We're looking good. We can take this. We can go undefeated now. We can go undefeated. We can keep going on this run, but we're looking phenomenal right now. Our offense is looking great. I'm really thinking college football playoffs. I think it's very possible, but we just got to keep on going because it's not over yet. Oregon, they take down Illinois 38-9. Dylan Gabriel was balling the fuck out. Penn State beating Wisconsin. Ohio State, look, Ohio State's a good team, but they're barely getting wins here. It's looking a little weird for Ohio State. Their offense looks a little weird. I don't know. Their offense looks a little stagnant, a little like they just don't look great. I don't know. Like their offense just kind of just looks just doesn't look amazing, don't look impressive, but I mean Ohio State, they're pulling off wins here. Like Nebraska almost beat them, and Nebraska got smoked by Indiana last week, so a little interesting. Vanderbilt, they lose to Texas, but it was a close one, 27-24. Texas, they bounced back after losing to Georgia last week. Yeah, Texas, I mean, they're probably going to boost up maybe to 4 or 3 in the rankings later today, but we'll see. But right now, Oregon is the top dog. They're the top dog right now. They're the best team in college football. Texas, they had it, but with that loss to Georgia, it really put them down in a bad spot. LSU getting smoked, man. At Texas A&M, I had them winning. Let's fucking go, Texas A&M. They got me winning and shit. That's fire. BYU, they're undefeated. They are undefeated, 37-24 win. They're 8-0. Great stuff for BYU. Notre Dame absolutely dominates Navy. Unfortunately, Navy gets their first loss of the season. Indiana, they beat Washington. Alabama, they bounce back. They destroy Mizzou, 34-0. My God, Mizzou, man, y'all are collapsing too. Y'all are also collapsing. I thought y'all were gonna put up a couple, at least some fucking points to fucking to Alabama, but nothing. They couldn't get nothing going here. Kansas State, they take down Kansas 29-27. Ole Miss, they take down Oklahoma 26-14. SMU wins in overtime against Duke 28-27. Virginia Tech, North Carolina, Ohio, Memphis, Tulane, Arkansas, Appalachian State, Temple. They lose. Miami, Ohio. All of those teams have won. Iowa, Minnesota, UConn, Wake Forest, Baylor, TCU, they all take the win. James Madison as well. Akron, Ball State, Bowling Green, they all take the win as well. By God, Kent State is 0-8. 0-8. I'm sorry, Kent State. West Michigan, Massachusetts, Tulsa, California, Colorado State, South Alabama, West Virginia, Houston, Utah State, Arkansas State. They all take the win as well. Michigan defeats Michigan State. Auburn take down Kentucky. Fresno State, they take down San Jose State. Colorado, they take down Cincinnati, 34-23. Another win for Colorado. They are officially now a bowl-eligible team. So they will be playing in a bowl game this season. Colorado, they gotta win 4 more games so they could at least be maybe in the conversation for college football playoffs. I don't think they're gonna make it, but they're they keep adding on more wins, and if they don't lose another game for the rest of the season, that will help their case. Obviously, if they lose one more game, it's done. It's not even possible. They're fucked. But if they can keep winning on more games, it's gonna be good. It's been good for Colorado. At least they've transformed what they had last year. That Nebraska game, now it feels like weird that they lost to that fucking team, man. Nebraska's just been slowing down, but I mean, early on in the season they looked great. They got Texas Tech, they got Utah, they got Kansas, and they got Oklahoma State. So it's very doable. But it's going to be tough because Kansas is, I mean, towards the bottom. Oklahoma State's at the bottom. Utah's at the bro. They're playing literally almost all the bad teams in the Big 12, but then they have Texas Tech in the middle of things. So yeah, next week is going to be the tougher one, and then against all the other teams, it's going to be tough. But we'll see. We'll see what Colorado can do because I think it's possible to win out every single game. And then they got Washington State beating San Diego State, and then we got Hawaii taking down Nevada 34-13. All right, so those that's week 8 and week 9 recap. Let's look at the rankings. Let's look at the rankings at the moment. Oh, not the college football. Let me look at this shit actually. This is the All-State Playoff Predictor. So right now, the top 12 teams is Miami, Oregon, Georgia, Penn State, Texas, Ohio State, Indiana, Tennessee, Boise State, Notre Dame, BYU, and Alabama. Alabama will make it. Alabama would make it in the 12th team. So that would mean Texas A&M would miss out, Iowa State, Kansas State, Clemson, SMU, Army, LSU, Pittsburgh, Ole Miss, Tulane, Washington State, UNLV. So they're all still in the mix of things here. But these if it was up, if the season was over now, the college football playoffs, these would be the 12 teams, obviously, from Miami to Alabama here, all 12 of these teams. And it looks good. It would look good. BYU, I mean, I don't know much about BYU, but damn, they're in the mix of things here. I mean, Clemson's not that far off too. Texas A&M, they're closing in. They're closing in for a playoff spot. So it's looking good right now. These are getting pretty interesting. But let me look at the polls, the coaches' polls right now. So obviously right now we have Oregon at number 1, Georgia, then Penn State, Ohio State, Texas, Miami, Tennessee, LSU, Clemson, Iowa State, BYU, Notre Dame, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Kansas State, Boise State, Ole Miss, Pittsburgh, Illinois, Mizzou, SMU, Army, Navy, and Vanderbilt. So those are the AP top 25 rankings at the moment right now. So that's what it's looking at right now. The stats. Let's look at the season stats right now. Offensive leaders in passing yards. Fucking passing yards. We got Chandler Morris. What the fuck? Okay, he has now he passed Cam Ward. He has 2,873 yards, while Cam Ward has 2,776. Then Jackson Dart, then Garrett Newsomer, and then Josh Hoover. And then in the rushing department, obviously it's still Ashton Genty with 1,376 yards, Caleb Johnson with 1,144 yards, RJ Harvey at 1,017 yards, Omarion Hampton at 1,006, and then Tootin from 950. Defensive leaders and tackles goes to Sean Dulac, Travion Barnes, Red Murdoch, Jay Higgins, and Colin Ramos. Then we got in sacks, Trey White leading the case in Poland Ryan, then Evie Raku, then Kennard, then Perkins. Interesting. And then receiving yards is Nick Nash from San Jose State. San Jose State. Then Trey Harris. Then we got McMullen from Arizona. Then Fannin Jr. from Boston College. Or not. Wait, is that Boston College? No. BGSU. What the fuck is that? Ty Felton from Maryland. And then in interceptions, we got Noel Williams with 6. And then everybody else, Cam Lockridge, Terrence Spence, and Cole Peerage with 5. And then Kobe Bryant from Kansas with 4 interceptions as well. So that is that. In touchdowns, let me see in touchdowns. Hold on. I didn't see in touchdowns as well. In touchdowns, it is Bryson Daly, the quarterback. Wow, the quarterback. The quarterback from fucking Army has the most touchdowns, tied with Ashton Genty, obviously with 19 rushing touchdowns. Wow, that's fucking crazy. This is the whole list right here. Jalen Milroe has 12. Ryan Leonard has 14. Mario Anderson Jr. has 14. Dylan Sampson has 17. Wow. Yeah, fucking where's Jeremiah Smith at 9? Yeah, where's how many does Travis Hunter has 8 touchdowns. Damian Martinez has 8 touchdowns. Interesting. Shador Sanders has 7. Trevor Etienne has 7. Wester has 7. Yeah. Yeah, but obviously the top 2 guys is Bryson Daly and Ashton Genty for the most touchdowns this season with 19. And then we got Caleb Johnson and Dylan Sampson at 17 tied for third. Wow. But that is that, y'all. That's everything. That is everything that we have to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for today's episode. It is 12:14. I'm gonna do a couple TikToks. Make my week 8 picks on my TikTok. If you don't know what it is, it's Kate Out the Goat 19. I think I'm gonna change my username in a little bit. Like one of these days from now, I'm gonna change it up. Just make something different. So I will be doing that in a little. But yeah, that was it for today's episode. I will be posting more content. I promise you guys. I'm gonna do the Tyler the Creator album, the Chromacopia album dropping tomorrow morning. I'm doing the reaction Monday night. That might drop Tuesday. Lil Uzi Vert is dropping Eternal Take 2, so I'm doing that reaction Friday night, maybe. Saturday I might release it. I'm going to be doing tier list videos, reaction videos, music video reactions. There's highlight videos as well that I want to do as well. So this week I have enough content to make for every single day. Maybe hopefully a couple videos every single day. So an episode. I got to do the music episode, and then I got to do another sports episode for next week. But right now, we're all caught up to date with sports. Now I just have to catch myself up with music and everything else. But we'll be working on that. So hopefully for the rest of the month and enter the next couple days of the first week of November, I'll be uploading content. So from this Sunday, today, to November 4th, hopefully every single day, just putting out content on TikTok, YouTube, and obviously the podcast as well, of course. And also, I got a PS5, ladies and gentlemen. I finally got a PS5. So just the proof of the pudding, I got the fucking controller. I just bought this controller yesterday. This is the second controller, so it's a blue, beautiful. Look at this fucking controller, bro. This shit is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love this color, light blue. That is my heart. Blue is my fucking color. That's my shit. So yeah, now that I got the PS5, I got EA College Football. I got EA College Football 25, and I just got Madden yesterday. So I haven't played Madden 25 yet. So I can make content playing Madden 25. I can make content playing EA College Football because I still haven't done. Only been doing computer. I've only been playing against like the computer, like just a regular game. And I've been doing also multiplayer, or not multiplayer, Ultimate Team. So I also want to do Road to Glory and also all the other stuff in college football. So I want to get that shit done as well. And for Madden, obviously, I know Madden already, so it's pretty much going to be the same shit. But I want to make content playing both of these games. So yeah, I got the PS5 to make content as well. So I got a lot of options here, y'all. I have no excuse but to make a bunch of fucking content, music, video games, and stuff. So I'm just trying to categorize things, make things, to make things for my time as well. Because I have work and I have other things to do, but I have time to make content for myself. So that shouldn't be an excuse at all for me. But that should be that. That should be it for today's video, guys. See you guys in a bit. Take care and peace out, my friends.